The 2026 World Cup has begun. The opening matches have been played, and in just 90 minutes, some teams have already reshaped every expectation. This is the biggest World Cup in history. There are 12 groups and 48 teams, and reaching the round of 32 will depend not only on finishing in the top two, but also on ranking among the best third-placed teams. That means a single point, a single goal, or even one goal conceded in the final minute could change the course of the entire tournament. Now, before we examine every team from Group A to Group L, review the opening results, and explore what each group may bring, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We will continue sharing videos like this every day. Group A. Host nation Mexico began the tournament with a 2-0 victory over South Africa. That result meant more than just 3 points. It was also one of the first signs that Mexico could turn the pressure of playing at home into an advantage. Mexico has always been dangerous because of its energy, tempo, and home support, rather than simply relying on star players. Starting the tournament with a win gave the team a major advantage, especially in what appears to be a very balanced group. South Africa, meanwhile, struggled to create chances in its opening match. Although the team held firm defensively for a while, it was not effective enough in front of goal. Its match against Czechia now feels almost like a final. South Korea also made a strong start by defeating Czechia 2-1. Korea's quick transitions and experienced attacking line have made the team, along with Mexico, one of the favorites to finish in the top two. Czechia is a physically resilient team, but after losing its first match, it has already used up much of its margin for error. The match between Mexico and South Korea will most likely decide who finishes at the top of the group.
Group B. Group B remained wide open after the first round of matches. Canada and Bosnia and Herzegovina drew 1-1. Qatar and Switzerland also shared the points by the same score. With all 4 teams on 1 point, none has been able to establish a clear advantage. Canada has the energy of a host nation and several fast-attacking players. Still, its defensive balance and ability to control matches remain major concerns. Bosnia and Herzegovina looked young, brave, and physically competitive. The point earned against Canada could prove extremely valuable in keeping the team's tournament hopes alive. Switzerland can still be seen as the most reliable team in the group because of its tournament experience, defensive discipline, and collective play. Yet the draw against Qatar showed that no match in this group will be easy. Qatar looks more organized than it did at the previous World Cup, but the team still needs to produce much more in attack. In my opinion, Group B may not be decided until the final match day. Group C. The most significant result from the opening matches in Group C was the 1-1 draw between Brazil and Morocco. Brazil has one of the most talented squads in the tournament. Morocco, however, once again showed why it is so dangerous against the biggest teams. With its defensive discipline, quick counterattacks, and physical strength, Morocco is no longer simply a surprise team. It is now a genuine contender for first place in the group. Brazil, meanwhile, discovered that even with more possession, it could struggle to break down a well-organized defense. As the tournament progresses, Brazil will need to turn its individual attacking quality into a more balanced team performance. Scotland earned a crucial 3 points by defeating Haiti 1-0. Although Scotland entered the match as a favorite, the result still gave the team an important advantage in the race to advance. Haiti showed determination, but its attacking quality remained limited. Brazil is still the favorite in the group. Morocco's chances of finishing first, however, now look far more realistic. Scotland's result against Morocco could completely change the balance of the group.
Group D. Group D became one of the most clearly defined groups after the opening matches. The United States made a powerful start to the tournament by defeating Paraguay 4-1. With its tempo, high pressing, and movement in attack, the host nation gave its opponent no room to breathe. That performance showed that the United States is not only aiming to advance from the group, but also to make a deep run in the tournament. Australia produced the other major result in the group by defeating Turkey 2-0. Australia's physical style, strength in individual battles, and defensive discipline made the difference. Turkey managed to push the game into the opposition half for certain periods, but it had serious problems creating clear chances. After conceding 4 goals in its opening match, Paraguay must repair its defense quickly. Turkey, meanwhile, will need to deliver a more direct and effective attacking performance in their second game. The United States and Australia currently hold the advantage.
Still, the Turkey-Paraguay match could become one of the most important games in the group, both in the race for third place and in the ranking of the best third-place teams. Group E. Germany produced one of the most dominant performances of the tournament so far, defeating Curaçao 7-1. The level of the opponent can be debated. Even so, scoring 7 goals at a World Cup sends a powerful message, no matter who the opposition is. Germany wants to move beyond the major disappointments of its recent tournaments. This opening performance was almost perfect for the team's confidence. The speed of its passing, the number of players entering the penalty area, and its ability to maintain a high tempo throughout the match have revived one major question. Has the old, powerful Germany finally returned? Curaçao must now put this heavy defeat behind it and search for a historic point in its remaining matches. The other two teams in the group, Ivory Coast and Ecuador, offer a much more balanced matchup. Ecuador stands out because of its athleticism, young squad, and defensive strength, while Ivory Coast is one of the most dangerous teams in the group in terms of individual quality and physical power. Germany is the clear favorite to finish first. The race for second place, however, will be extremely intense. Group F is one of the most interesting groups because it brings together several very different footballing styles. The Netherlands is the natural favorite because of its quality in defense and midfield. In possession, the team can control the game, and it also has several strong options when moving from defense into attack. The productivity of its attacking line, however, remains the team's biggest question mark. Japan enters the tournament as a high-tempo, organized, and technically gifted team. Its ability to play without fear against major opponents makes it the true dark horse of this group. Japan's biggest advantage is the players' commitment to the system. Its main disadvantage is the difficulty it may face against physically powerful opponents. Sweden can create a serious goal threat in every match because of its strong strikers. However, it is difficult to find the same level of quality in the team's defense and midfield. Tunisia will try to slow down its opponents with a compact defensive structure and force matches into low-scoring situations. The Netherlands is one step ahead in this group. Still, the match between Japan and Sweden could be the key to second place. Group G, featuring Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand, appears to be under Belgium's control on paper. This group, however, may not be as easy as it looks. Belgium still has top-level players, but the strength, balance, and confidence of its former golden generation are no longer at the same level. The biggest question in this tournament is whether Belgium can turn its individual quality into consistent team football. Egypt's attacking hopes depend heavily on the productivity of its star players. If the team can maintain its defensive discipline, it could become very dangerous on the counterattack. Iran is capable of causing problems for every opponent because of its tournament experience, physical strength, and direct style of play. Off-field pressure and uncertainty could affect the team's performance. At the same time, those circumstances could create extra motivation within the squad. New Zealand appears to be the weakest team in the group. Even so, playing without pressure and relying on a physical approach means it cannot be treated as a completely harmless opponent. Belgium is the favorite. However, a very difficult battle should be expected between Egypt and Iran for second place.
Group H, Spain is the clear favorite in Group H. With its quality and possession, young stars, and established playing system, Spain is one of the strongest contenders to win the tournament. Spain's biggest advantage is not talent alone. Its ability to push the game into the opposition half, press immediately after losing possession, and control the tempo separates it from many of the other favorites. Uruguay is the other major team in the group. Some members of its old generation are no longer present, but toughness, determination, and big game experience remain central to Uruguay's identity. Its strength in midfield and quick attacking players could cause problems even for Spain. Saudi Arabia could look to cause an upset, as long as it maintains its defensive discipline. In terms of individual quality, however, it remains behind the two group favorites. Cape Verde, meanwhile, is one of the most remarkable stories of the tournament. The team will play with tremendous energy and nothing to lose. The Spain-Uruguay match could decide first place. The battle for third, however, will also be extremely important in the ranking of the best third-place teams. Group I. Group I, featuring France, Senegal, Norway, and Iraq, could be one of the tournament's true groups of death. France is one of the biggest favorites to win the trophy because of its squad depth, athleticism, and variety in attack. The team has different solutions in every area of the field. France also has players capable of winning a match through individual quality, even when the overall performance is not at its best. Senegal is a strong, fast, and physically balanced team. Its tournament experience in Africa and its large group of players competing in Europe's top leagues makes Senegal not only a candidate to advance, but also a potential quarter-finalist. Norway's attacking power is strong enough to make any defense uncomfortable. The team has several extremely dangerous players in front of goal. Its team defense, squad depth, and performances under pressure, however, are still waiting to be tested. Iraq appears to be the weakest team in the group on paper. Even so, its resilient style, physical commitment, and the freedom that comes with low expectations could influence the race for points. France is the favorite. However, the match between Senegal and Norway for second place could become one of the most exciting games of the group stage. Group J. Defending champion Argentina enters Group J as the clear favorite. The squad remains strong, the core of the team is settled, and the players know how to win major matches. However, the pressure of being the defending champion and the physical condition of the team's biggest stars will be closely monitored throughout the tournament. Argentina's biggest advantage is not individual talent alone. The players know one another well, and the team does not panic in difficult moments. That makes Argentina extremely dangerous. Austria is the most serious challenger in the group and one of Europe's most organized and intense pressing teams. It can play at a high tempo and force opponents into mistakes inside their own half. Algeria has strong technical ability, is effective in transition, and can trouble any opponent when it finds the right rhythm. Jordan will try to survive its first World Cup experience through defensive discipline and determination. Argentina is the clear favorite to finish first. The battle between Austria and Algeria, however, could continue until the very end. Group K. Group K brings together star power, physical football, and new World Cup stories. Portugal has an extremely talented squad from back to front. It is no longer a team built around just one star. The technical quality in midfield, the experience in defense, and the variety of attacking options make Portugal one of the strongest contenders to win the tournament. Colombia is the other favorite in the group because of its climate advantage, quick counterattacks, and creative players. The team can attack very quickly after winning the ball and has players capable of making the difference in one-on-one situations. The Democratic Republic of Congo is a potential surprise team because of its physical strength and several players with European experience. Uzbekistan will try to challenge its opponents in its first World Cup with a disciplined, brave, and low-risk style of play. The Portugal-Colombia match could decide first place in the group. However, the possibility of the Democratic Republic of Congo disrupting that balance should not be underestimated.
Group L. The final group includes England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. England has one of the strongest squads in the tournament. However, the same question has remained for years. Can this level of talent truly become championship-level football when the pressure reaches its highest point? England has extremely strong options in attack and midfield, but in major tournaments, talent alone is not enough. Making the right decisions during matches is just as important. Croatia knows how to survive in major tournaments. The squad is changing and some important players are getting older. Even so, Croatia's football intelligence, midfield culture, and tournament experience remain extremely valuable. Ghana is young, athletic, and extremely dangerous in transition. If it can find consistency in defense, it could challenge one of the group favorites. Panama enters the group with the lowest expectations. It will search for points through physical commitment, set pieces, and defensive discipline. England is the favorite. However, the Croatia-Ghana match could become one of the most important games in the group. After the opening matches, some paths have opened while others have already started to close. Mexico, South Korea, the United States, Australia, Scotland, and especially Germany have gained important advantages. The draw between Brazil and Morocco once again showed that the biggest nations will not find any match easy in this tournament. France, Spain, Argentina, Portugal, and England currently stand out as the strongest contenders in the title race. Brazil and Germany could completely change that list as the tournament progresses. For anyone looking for surprise teams, Morocco, Senegal, Japan, Austria, Colombia, and Ivory Coast are all worth watching closely. In this new 48-team format, however, the difference will not be made by star players alone. Small margins in goal difference between third-place teams, late goals, and unexpected draws will determine the fate of the tournament. Which team do you think will reach the final? Which major nation will be eliminated early?
And who will become the new tournament's surprise team? Share your predictions in the comments.